Hello there, Nate Jackson here, Criterion Collection reviewer guy, with the 2014 edition of Peter Davis's Hearts and Minds. While I'm still working on the showdown, I'm still trying to get all the movies reviewed, and while working on it, I had put Hearts and Minds on the list. The Hearts and Minds was on the list. I'm still not sure if it's going to appear in the list because there's a couple of movies that still need to be figured out, as well as one that still needs to be watched if you're watching all these videos chronologically. Uh, but yeah, in the process of getting the DVDs for the review, I got the 2014 edition instead of the version the original version of the pressing. So I thought, okay, this is perfect time to do a short little supplement video because there are the whole separate disc of supplements included on the DVD. And basically, just to summarize it real quick, it's just 2 hours of footage that Peter Davis filmed with the people that he interviewed, and it's just a lot of just them talking, additional footage of them talking about the Vietnam War and all that. There's the French journalist Philippe de Villiers and George Ball, the presidential advisor, and the journalist David Brinkley, and the political activist Tony Russo, and of course the General William Westmoreland, the most controversial of the people, of the controversial guy, and definitely his comments still leave a bad taste in my mouth, like the way he talks about the Vietnam soldier as if he was less than human or more than human, that if he was like on a different level than us, and yet I don't agree with it, personally. I think that we were all, in the sense we were all kind of made equal, for the most part. And so, for him to talk as if, he's this guy you gotta watch out for, he's talking about the soldier, oh, he's a good fighter, that I don't know. I can see why. I mean, the stuff that was left in was worse than what he said that was cut out, for the most part. Um, David Brinkley, yeah, his interview was very very intriguing too. He tried to be as he says that he tries to be, as of course, because he's delivering the news, he tries to be as objective as possible, but at the same time he doesn't mind telling Davis how he truly feels when Davis asks about his thoughts on the war and the way it went down. There's also about 25-minute audio excerpt from the presidential advisor Walt Rostow. He weighs in on the subject, and then there are two shorter scenes of film from one of the South Vietnam funeral, and about almost 3 minutes of filming in the hospital, and the scenes are very very dark and disturbing, a little graphic in the hospital too. So it's not for the faint of heart. But the movie itself, I mean, there was worse in the movie. I mean, I could still remember the shots of the guy being shot in the head, and that he left that in. That's just, I don't know if I've seen like that happen for real. Seeing an actual person get shot, well, with the exception of that one guy, that one presidential candidate guy who killed himself in like while making the speech. That I know, you know who I'm talking about, but I'm sure I can't remember his name. There's of course that footage when he pulls out the gun and he says this will hurt someone, and he puts the gun in his mouth and blows the trigger, and yeah, I've seen that. But I don't know if I've ever seen, I don't know if I've ever seen another person kill another person, for in real, I mean, that violently, that disturbingly. So yeah, it is. I mean, after seeing these supplements, they kind of push Hearts and Minds back into the running as being one of my favorite films from this season, just because of just how powerful it is. Its power and strength. So yeah, that's basically Hearts and Minds. Definitely vie for the the 2014 edition. If you're, I mean the blue. I think probably the Blu-ray. This is, it says unaccompanied, uncompressed monaural soundtrack on the Blu-ray. So yeah, I know. So there is a Blu-ray out for it, so I'd buy for it, and it's probably only one disc. I think they fit everything on one disc, and yeah. So anyway, Hearts and Minds. That's the 2014 supplements.